Welcome back to Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts, and today I'm reacting to Kujo Beatdown. I wish I could have gotten on this faster because I know that there's a lot of excitement for this song, and so many renegades are invested in the fight that Ren is in for Sick Boy and just advocating for himself, and I'm right there along with you. I have had, ironically, my own health issues and some asthma flaring up and smoke that blew into our area that really made it difficult to give you this video in a more timely way. So I apologize for that because I wish that I would have been able to. But I am here now and I am rallying, and I apologize in advance because I will probably be coughing. Some of my asthma symptoms might flare up as I do this, but I am excited and I've been ready and I've been waiting for this moment to just take in this response that Ren has. I've followed the interactions and how he's explained them on his Ren Make Stuff channel and just being so transparent, which I so appreciate and value about his character. So I'm really excited, and here we go.
Trying to be the person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out that test me, Ren, I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't high Ren number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset, but this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, Ren, I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck.
Okay, so we've got the sick boy breathing. Excuse me. Again, but you got some sick girl breathing here too. Sorry about that. So we're tying in Sick Boy already. And that was a song that is just so dear to my heart because of some of the health issues that I've navigated. I've shared a bit, and I think it was in the Sick Boy video that I really shared more of some of the health conditions that I've been navigating and the very frustrating doctor appointments. And I'm invested in this personally. I really am. It is a song that illuminates so much for people who feel stuck in Western medicine and not getting answers for their health. So here he's tying that in, and he's immediately saying, this isn't like high Ren. This isn't the same like parts back and forth. And I can totally relate, right? To times when, gosh, I want so badly to be the bigger person and rise above in situations. And I am usually, but gosh, there is still that part that is angry and righteously frustrated and unnerved and just like, at your wit's end. And so I view this song as just an expression where he can like have a space for that, because in the real world, we know that Ren is operating out of such moral character and integrity. I love that he had a video that really outlined that and showed so much of how he has tried to show up within this battle, where it feels like there's so much unfairness and twisting of words and like manipulation. It's sickening. It's sickening, no pun intended, but like the frustration I know that we all feel for him. So he's already outlining, this isn't the same parts here that are coming up. I've talked a little bit about IFS, internal family systems, and it is it's a theory within counseling, but I find it to be so just relevant and true deeply within all of us. We have different parts. There's part of me that wants, to resolve this conflict diplomatically. There's part of me that is so righteously angry and upset of how messy this has become unnecessarily and how unfair it is. And there's these reminders even of it being, like the medical system taking so much of you. It feels almost the same way, like, oh, this person is just going to like take so much from me when I've put my heart and my soul out there. That's the way that I'm kind of digesting so far the vibe of this song, just in that little bit. So I'm ready for more. I'm excited for more. Here we go.
Brand, now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Fuck it.
Hi Kujo, please don't try to struggle, hear me out, see I'm on your side really. Well, I was, till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take, and still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too. Shut up, slut, you said the no. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's...
Ooh, okay. A couple lines that I'm really loving. I think this was already in the first like part that I'd kind of reviewed, but I love when he was like saying my razor blade pen. Like he knows how deeply his words can cut, and they can just so concisely and clearly capture the way that he's feeling. And it's like, I need this outlet now. I need to be able to express the way that I'm really feeling about this and all of its rawness and all of its realness. And I mean, there is something personally that feels jarring to some of the violence that Ren incorporates into his music videos and songs. But I also know this is symbolism. This is just a representation of that frustration. And I appreciate in some of the posts that he's made, trying to be really clear about that and not wanting any kind of retaliation. He's not wanting to like ruin Kujo's life. I see this as I want to set the record straight, because he's spread so much misinformation and slander about Ren, and that, he's just so genuinely putting his heart out there with these songs. So when someone does that, I know that his whole community, all of us, we feel that protective part coming up too. And so there's I'm observing my parts here, because there's a part of me that's like, oh gosh, like this looks so violent and jarring, but it is a representation of how this communication all unraveled. And then I'm also observing the choir is in the background, which is, I know the piece within Kujo's beat that he had not gotten properly licensed and gotten the copyright to. That's who's going after him. So I like that this is really, there's so many ties into the actual disagreement in this actual situation, but it's done so artistically. And then let me find it. Oh yeah, like just tried to take this righteous path and say, like, recognizing that like you can only take so much when you're on that righteous path. That frustration is coming in, and it's too much. I really think that pushing someone so far, it's difficult because you're allowed to also be actually angry and to want to set the story straight. So this is done, I know, with he was writing it when he was angry, but you can also tell in his more recent posts and videos, he's not coming from that angry place anymore, yet posting this is honoring still the position that he was put in. And naming that greediness. I mean, you can tell already, even in the vitriol of just the feeling that it comes across when you're watching this, of how angry he is and justified. there's also him trying to understand where he's coming from. Like, yeah, I get that you were greedy and like in this victim mindset and everything, but yeah, like, pull yourself out of that, Kujo. Like, you're not the victim here. And the more that you keep like digging in your heels in that position, the worse off it's going to be for you. And I would say that's true for most people. Like, when you find yourself in a victim mentality, that doesn't mean to say that hard things haven't happened to you. Hard things have happened to all of us, and hard things have happened to you, and unfair things have happened. But if we just pause and simmer in that victim mentality, it does no good for us. It does no good for like our path as a human. And you can already tell that through the process of releasing some of this out, Ren doesn't feel that he's not maintaining a victim mentality in this fight. He isn't. And that is really where power and resilience, I think, come from. And he's saying in the song, like, I didn't want that anger to eat me up inside. Anyways, some of the violence is jarring for me, but that's my tender little soul. That doesn't mean he's doing anything wrong. I'm just sharing that piece because I also know this is just him needing to get all of this off of his chest and express it. Okay, whew, the choir is here. Let's see what's next.
But the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Fear me, I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares. See me, I'm the sick boy that you enslaved.
Oh, wait a second. Did you see that? Okay. I'm going to back it up a little bit. I want to see that again. There was like such a quick scene shift.
Bank the greedy. Fear me, I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares. See me, I'm the sick boy that you enslaved.
Ooh, okay. It was so fast that you would have to like go back and slow it down or pause. But Ren and Kujo swapped places, and then Kujo became the pig-headed man, which represents, right, that greediness, that selfishness that was in Sick Boy. Typically, I mean, I think that representation has usually been associated in Ren's work with like the medical industry and doctors and the greediness of the system. And Ren switching places with him, you know, I think it's that feeling of them both at times being and feeling the victim and being and feeling like the aggressor as well. And that makes sense with this how it's all rolled out. I think, and I really, really appreciate, it's so funny, like the tiniest little details, and you can have so much appreciation for the deep meaning, because he's also admitting and saying, like, I've also felt like I've been the victim in this position and in this situation. There's a lot that's revealed there. And again, I'm sorry. It's exhausting being sick. It really is. I feel you, Ren. It's exhausting. And it's exhausting to have to fight for your health, and then to have to fight for your ability to express your frustration with just trying to be healthy in a sick system. And then once again, to feel like you have to fight this battle in a new way with Kujo, who it doesn't seem to get it. He doesn't seem to get the artistry, the meaning to Ren's fans, and that Ren was not in the wrong here. You know, it's an act of desperation that he's barking up the wrong tree with Ren, and it's really unfortunate. But yeah, the whole thing, you know, the whole thing is just ridiculous, Kujo. It's ridiculous. Okay. I caught that little blip. I gotta calm myself down to get back in. Here we go.
Free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch of a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read a motherfucking comment from you, then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
The views expressed in this video are for creative purposes. Any issue I have will be dealt with on a personal basis. I do not condone abuse or bullying. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I think that's important that he incorporated that in there, and he has really tried to also emphasize that on his Ren Makes Stuff channel, and explain that he isn't wanting people to retaliate, which is difficult for us. I know we want to have that protectiveness for our boy Ren, but I want to just look at this last section of the music video too. I mean, that frustration, obviously, with the way that his girlfriend reacted and responded, it needed to be incorporated. There's nothing worse than feeling so deeply misunderstood and mischaracterized. This isn't the way that they have, it's slanderous, the things that they've said about Ren. And when he's trying to take this moral high ground and extend olive branches to them, continuing to extend olive branches, right? It's so hard. It's so hard. Because usually when you operate from that place, people see your sincerity and they're wanting to meet you there. And this situation that is now so public, and it's stealing his ability to connect with his fans on this deeper level through his music that he has poured his heart and soul into. It does feel like he's bleeding him. I put my whole soul into my words. And I feel that pain, right, that Ren is going through, because underneath any kind of anger that we experience really is some form of pain. So this is righteous anger that Ren is expressing, but I often picture anger as an iceberg, and we see 10% of an iceberg above the surface. Like anger is easy to express. It's that 10% of the totality of what's being felt. What else is being felt under the surface for Ren is feeling deeply misunderstood, feeling like that he is hurting for his fans. He's hurting on behalf of the people who don't get to express and feel and connect through his music and have experienced those things, deeply, like myself. He's feeling so cheated. He's feeling the injustice of it all. He's feeling hurt, I'm sure, that why can't we treat each other as decent humans? I haven't done anything wrong to you. I haven't gone out trying to harm your work or twist things for you. And even within this song, even though there is anger, and even he says, right, there's even part of me, something about feeling like, is this too mean, or something like that. I'm sorry, you guys will help me find it. I can't find the exact phrasing that he had, but there's a part of him that's already almost feeling bad as he was writing or performing it too. And he's reflecting on his words. He's trying to have some self-awareness, and it's so unfortunate. It's so discouraging. It really is. It's discouraging when you realize that there are people out in the world where, do you not know how to assess your actions? Do you not know how to self-reflect? That's sad, and it makes the world feel a little bit scarier. Especially if you're a person who does that. And I see Ren's character, he's really coming out on top in this situation. And I mean that as far as it's an opportunity for the world to really see more of Ren, more depth to him. And that's me twisting a real nasty shitstorm into some positivity. But I've gotten to know him better through this conflict, because it's really in conflict that you get to see the best of someone or the worst of someone. Are you going to rise up? Are you going to be the bigger person? Or are you going to cling to anger and resentment and bitterness and twist it up into manipulation and lies? Like, those are your choices. Yes, he's angry in this song, but it is this righteous anger and frustration that he is trying to channel through his music, which is what he does. He himself is an instrument, and this is how he processes and gets to express that. So, Ren, I'm like falling more in love with Ren. I know that we all are, but just getting to see, I really honor the kind of person he is, and it's really unfortunate for Kujo. I'm not feeling like bad for him, but it's unfortunate that he doesn't have the mental or emotional ability. It's me trying to rephrase it into therapist speak. This is what my brain wants to say, and then I'm going to translate it into my therapist speak. It's really too bad that he's too freaking stupid to see the error of his ways and the opportunities that were presented from Ren from a very reasonable standpoint. Like, it's really sad for him that he has to live a life where you're that dumb, that you would rather like cause pain and hurt and like such turmoil for someone. That's a sad person and a sad existence, and that's sad. Now, here's my therapist speak. It's too bad that he has an underdeveloped part of his brain to hold the information that is presented from a logical, knowledgeable IQ standpoint, just basic understanding of things, and also a very poor emotional intelligence to be able to put himself in someone else's position and reflect on your behavior. That is a hard life for someone. And, excuse me. And it is career suicide. Like, he gave him options that would have benefited him so greatly. And now look at the hole that you've dug, Kujo. You've dug this hole. You have dug this hole. And it is time to reflect, man. Like, have some humility. Eat that fucking humble pie. Eat the whole damn thing. It tastes bitter, but that's the way it goes. Like, it does not taste good going down, but you got to do it. And gosh, I feel really glad that Ren's community has rallied around him. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep heeding his advice too. He is wanting to express what's going on so that there is full transparency on this issue. And I get that, because there was such twisted information that was being put out there, and that feels so icky. But he isn't wanting to ruin someone's life. He isn't wanting to make someone feel like they, don't have anything to live for, or put them in a dark, dark hole. I think he's doing this because he's wanting Kujo to really see things from a different perspective and to try and come around so that the issue doesn't have to continue with such tension. I think it's also really funny that, there's not going to be anyone else that trusts this man to give him a beat. Like, who's going to trust someone who has manipulated the situation and put someone who should be there, like someone who is supporting their work, into this position? Ren was supporting his work, and look at what a mess it is. No, like, he is not going to be able to do well in the music industry after this point, because his character and the liability that any artist has working with Kujo, it's like you just flushed your career down the toilet, And not only that, I think it's also funny that, okay, so the rap battle that he mentioned the name. Let me find it. And Dada, right? Like, that was done in like a playfulness, and he's already saying like, I'm sick with the pen and I went easy on Dada. He's a friend, it's Zen. But if I hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, that it's public, you don't want that again. Yeah, like, this is different. This isn't coming from like, it's a friendly like rap battle, which is part of the culture, and we can do it like in like a somewhat lighthearted way. This is like, the gloves are off, man. This isn't the same thing. But like, this guy can't even respond too. Like, you don't have the talent to even respond back. So just sit in the shit soup you've created. Part of my therapist hat isn't on here because it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. And, you know, like, you were a supporting role, man. You were not the main character. And now you have degraded yourself, really, to a situation where you really have no one else but yourself to reflect on. And this, I doubt that Kujo is going around, like, watching or listening to these reactions, right? But if he is, being at a low does not mean that you do not have an opportunity to rebuild. It will not look the same. It will probably not be in this industry. But you do have things to live for, Kujo. And I do hope that he is not in a mental place of wanting to take his life, or of, you know, yeah, just, it's hard to feel like the world, or at least the world of Ren, is against you, I would imagine. Because we're a group of very passionate souls, and passionate about Ren's music and the heart and the soul that he puts out there into his lyrics. And at the same time, the only way through this is for Kujo to really come and find some human decency. Find that human decency and, you know, respond with some compassion, man. Like, what else do you have? Come to terms with the situation. That's all I've got to say. Wow. Impressed. I'm impressed. Continue supporting Ren, as always, of course, you know. Continue loving on him. And I think that's the best way to support him. That's the best way to support him. Share his music. Share his music with other people that you think can benefit. I know that our anger and frustration we want it to boil over and attack Kujo. There's that inclination. But support Ren. Rally around him. Give him that love. Give him those positive comments. Like, try to respond and channel your compassion in that direction instead of leaning into the anger. But as far as Ren goes, this song, mic drop. Mic drop. Like, yeah, again, the ability for him to, in the real world, just proceed with such integrity, and to have that space where, like, oh no, there's that righteous anger that deserves a spot too, and deserves to be explained, and to clear his name, it needed to happen. It needed to happen. So thank you so much if you've hung around for this reaction to this point. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being on this path as me as a reactor, as I keep learning. I just want to say thank you to all of you who have supported this channel, Delightfully Dysfunctional. It has really meant the world. And I know I'm going out here on this passion project that is this channel with things to learn and to grow from. And I do so with a lot of curiosity. So it means a lot when the comments and the feedback are given with a lot of compassion, because I'm okay with doing it wrong. I really am. I'm very humble about the process that I'm in. And it's about, for me, really stripping away the perfectionism and learning how to have fun. So this is fun for me. Getting to share this space with you is so fun for me. And I love when you can kind of follow the ethos of what we're trying to create here at Delightfully Dysfunctional, which is a community of more curious and compassionate people. So thank you so much for joining us on this ride. It has really meant so much. I can say that from the bottom of my heart. And if you have not yet liked and subscribed, or if you're new to the channel, check us out. We have a lot of other reactions to music videos, but Ren is one of our all-time faves. And we have a podcast where we discuss all of the emotions of the human condition and how we can really live a more vibrant and present life. from wherever you are and whatever you're going through, I'm just sending you love. And I hope that it's felt. It's really, truly sincere, because I think it's hard to be human. And we could all use a little more love and care in this life. So thank you so much for joining me. And the last thing that I want to mention is that I do have an upcoming webinar. It's going to be September 26th. Let me double check that really quick. I'm like 99% sure. And you can register for it. Yes, Thursday, September 26th. It's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it is free. We're going to be able to talk about really like the controversy and the care model of psychedelic-assisted medicine, and how that has been a tool in my toolbox for helping my clients really propel their healing. And it's been such a joy to see them bloom into who they are meant to be, who they really are. And I want to share that with you. So please check out CoachKaylani.com. There will be a link in the description of our YouTube channel, and you can check that out. Please do, because I'd love to see you there and have just another opportunity to connect with you online through a webinar. Like, subscribe, share, keep hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.